In our last video, we talked about the strategies we use that made us over $2,000 from our credit card spending last year. In this video, we're going to talk about the specific credit cards we use, why we use them, so that you can choose a credit card that works best for you. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm Tessine.
And I'm John.
Welcome to our channel Millennial Fire, where we give practical tips on reaching financial independence and early retirement. If you've been liking our content so far, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button because that really helps us out.
And so before we dive into these specific credit cards, like Tessine was saying in the beginning of the video, in our last video, we talked about the details of the specific strategies that we use to successfully make money from credit cards. And these strategies are vital to make money. So please check out that video if you haven't already. And also, we understand that not everyone may be able to apply for some of these cards right now due to their credit score. So if you're on the journey of raising your credit score, we also recently put out a video on how I took my credit score from the 400s to over 800 consistently. So please check out that video and then come back here and use some of these great credit cards. So the first card that we're going to discuss is honestly one of my favorites because it's so simple and straightforward to use. And that's the Citi Double Cash rewards card. And like it says in the name, this is a cashback rewards card. There's no annual fee to have this card, but also there's no sign-on bonus for this card. But with this card, you get 2% back on all your purchases that you make on the card. And the way this specific card works is that you get 1% back when you make a charge, and then you get the additional 1% once you pay the bill for the card. And so let's imagine that you have $100 that you spend on your utility bill, and you're able to pay your utility bill with your credit card. You would give them the credit card number, and then they'll charge you $100, and that means that you get 1% back in cash immediately. That's $1 that you made off of that. And then once you pay the credit card off, you get another $1, which makes it $2. So you just made $2 by doing the same work you usually do to pay your utility bill every month. And that's why we love this card. This is unlimited 2% cash back. So no matter how much you spend, you'll always get that back. And so this is also a card that we recommend for you if you don't want to be like us and try to optimize and have multiple cards for every situation. This is an easy go-to card to get easy cash back at 2%.
The next card that we use is called the Capital One Saver One card. And don't get confused with the Capital One Saver card because they look exactly the same, just one has a 1 on it and one doesn't. But the one that doesn't have the 1 on it charges the annual fee, while the Saver One card has no annual fee. And this is the card that we have and we use. And it's great because it's a cashback rewards card, so it gives you 3% back on dining and entertainment. And for dining, that's pretty straightforward. Anytime you go out to eat, you use this card and you get 3% cash back on whatever you spend. But for entertainment, this includes theme parks, tourist attractions, bowling alleys, movie theaters, concert tickets, anything that you can think of that's entertainment. That's what this covers in this category, which is a pretty amazing deal. And then also, if you open this card right now, they're offering a $150 welcome bonus, cashback bonus, if you spend $500 in the first 3 months, about $166 a month. We definitely want to emphasize that you don't want to spend money that you wouldn't otherwise be spending. It defeats your plan of making money from your credit cards if it's causing you to spend money that you would otherwise not be spending. But if you're able to spend $500 on everyday spending that you would already, that's a great $150 bonus that you can put in your pocket. Also, it gives you 2% back on groceries, which doesn't include big stores like Walmart or Target, but if you're shopping at Publix or Aldi's or any store that is specifically a grocery store, you get 2% back in this category. And all other spending, you get 1% back on.
So this next card that we're mentioning is a little different from the other two because this is the first point card, but it's a great one. So this is a Wells Fargo Propel card. And this card is a card with no annual fee, and it does have a great sign-up bonus. It has a sign-up bonus of you receiving 20,000 points when you spend $1,000 within the first 3 months of having the card. the way this point card works is that for every 100 points you have, it's equal to $1, or every point is equal to 1 cent. However, that's easier for you to calculate. So in that case, you get 20,000 points, which is equal to $200 that you get with this card for spending $1,000 in the first 3 months, which is a pretty awesome deal. Outside of that, what makes this card so great is that you get 3 times points in a lot of categories. The categories include restaurants, gas stations, rideshare, transit, flights, hotels, homestays, car rentals, and streaming services. So if you want to catch an Uber, if you want to go to a restaurant, if you want to Netflix and chill, you can have a great date and get 3 times points on all of that. So this is an awesome card that has no annual fee. We love using this card. So this next card sparked a bit of debate in our household. The reason being is because this is the only card on this list that has an annual fee, and it's a hefty one. $250 a year for the annual fee for this card.
And the first year is not waived, which he didn't lead with that. I definitely thought the first year was going to be waived when I agreed to take this card on in our arsenal. So we'll see how it goes, because if it's not giving us more benefit than our free cards, it's definitely going to be canceled by the end of this year.
And this card is the American Express Gold card. And even though it has an annual fee of $250, it's metal and it looks really cool. But outside of that, it does have great rewards. But like we said in our previous video, the very, very important thing to note about having a card with the annual fee is that you have to make sure that the value you get for the card is higher than what the annual fee is. And so our goal with this card is to get more than $250 of value throughout the year. So this card is actually worth it. And if it's not, we may have to cancel the card. This card does come with the sign-up bonus. It starts with the sign-up bonus of 35,000 points if you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. But that 35,000 points can be bumped up to 50,000 points if you have someone refer you to the card. And that 50,000 points can be valued up to and possibly even more than $500 when redeemed for flights and for other travel expenses. And some of the other benefits that come with this card is that you get a $10 credit a month for Cheesecake Factory or Shake Shack. Now it includes Grubhub. It also includes Seamless, Ruth Chris Steakhouse. And so we get free cheesecake every month. The way this works is that we go and spend the $10 and then it's refunded on our next statement. Another benefit that you get from this card is that you get a $100 statement credit. You can use this toward your luggage for a flight. You can use this toward upgrading seats as well, right?
Anything that's not a ticket.
Yep, anything outside of the ticket. And outside of that, you get 4 times points on all grocery stores and 4 times points on all restaurants. And so we use this card as our main restaurant and grocery store card, and hopefully we can get the value. This is going to be a testing year, so this isn't really a recommendation. This is more of letting you guys know where we're at, and we're going to keep you guys up to date on how we feel this card functions.
So these are the cards that we use on a daily basis to get the maximum cashback rewards. But there are 2 other cards that we used to use, and we thought they were honorable mentions so that you guys can know about it. It might be a card that will be beneficial for you to use. So the first of which is the Bank of America Cashback Rewards card. And this is a card that we actually used to use for our gas and our groceries before we applied and received the Amex Gold card and Wells Fargo Propel card. But this card does give you 3% back on a category of your choice. And so you can choose gas, you can use online shopping, you can use dining, travel, any of those categories that you choose, you will get 3% back on that. But there is a catch. It is only up to $2,500 per quarter. And so once you reach that $2,500 max, then it goes down to 1%. And that 1% is unlimited at that point. And then you also do get 2% back at grocery stores, but that also is combined to the max of $2,500 a quarter. So you can reach that max pretty quickly and it's down back to 1%. But it does give a pretty sizable welcome bonus because it's only $1,000 that you have to spend in the first 3 months, and you get $200 back in cash. So that's a pretty good deal. So this is a great starter card. It's a card that we started with. Well, John started with. That was one of his first cards. Well, it was your first card, yeah. So the next card that we used to use and we don't anymore, but we think it's a great card, especially to start out with, is the Discover It card. And this is another card which has no annual fee, but this card gives you 5% cash back on rotating categories. So in this card, you don't get to choose what those categories are. Every quarter, it just automatically changes, and you have to actually go into your credit card and sign up for that 5% cashback bonus. And it's 5% up to $1,500 per category. Another thing that is great about this card is it doesn't have a welcome bonus, but it does have its own method of giving you that welcome bonus by matching your cashback rewards at the end of the year, and that happens automatically. So if you take full advantage of that 5% rotating category, you will have $300 of your cash back, and then Discover will match that $300. So you would get $300 back for spending $6,000 in 1 year.
So to recap, the cards that we use and the categories that we use them for, the American Express Gold card gives us back 4 times points on all restaurants worldwide, and also gives us back 4 times points on all grocery stores.
The Wells Fargo American Express Propel card, which gives us 3 times the points for gas stations, ride shares, travel, flights, home stays, any type of rental car, and also streaming services. We use the Capital One Saver One card, which gives us 3% cash back on any type of entertainment, which includes theme parks, tourist attractions, concerts, bowling alleys, movie theaters, any type of entertainment that you can think of gives us 3% back on this card.
And anything that doesn't fit in all of those many categories, we use the Citi Double Cash reward cards to get 2% back. And so a common category for this is we use it for our utilities, we use it for lawn care services and things like that don't necessarily fit into other categories of other cards. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, but most of all, we hope that we've been able to give you some information to help you on your financial independence journey. If you have any questions about any of these cards and how they work, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll love to help you guys out. And also, if you have any other card suggestions that you feel will be good for the community, please share them down below. If you've been enjoying our content, we ask you to please smash that like button for us. It really, really helps us out. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, we ask that you hit the subscribe button if you enjoy our content, because we're on the journey to also try to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and we can't do it without you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, see you guys.
See you guys.